Mission Wild represents the life work of former African game ranger Don Richards. His books, Mission Wild and Adventures of an African Game Ranger, tell his amazing story of a life of adventure and survival in the wild, while also revealing a biblical view on creation stewardship and an appropriate Christian response to current environmental crises and their various debates.
I used to walk 15 miles a day, carrying a backpack and also carrying a 4.58 rifle to stop any dangerous game charging. And I was charged many times by black and white rhinoceros with my party, and I had to protect them. And so normally I would use the rifle to shoot in the ground in front, and that would turn the rhinos away or whatever it was.
After his time as a game ranger, God called Don and his wife Nancy into a life of ministry, working with and starting various missions groups and environmental organizations throughout Africa and Brazil. Then, Don and Nancy found themselves on the banks of Lake Victoria in Kenya, birthing a new organization, SEEK, Suba Environmental Education of Kenya.
We're working in teaching biblical environmental education, especially amongst young people, teaching them about the creation and creation care and how to be wise stewards of God's creation. And it falls under the banner of Kenya Islands Mission, which is a Tennessee 501c organization.
The lands that surround Lake Victoria are being devastated by overfishing, AIDS, poor hygiene and sanitation, and deforestation, which has caused perceivable local climate change. The once rich and green landscape is becoming dry and desert-like in some areas, the soil eroding. But it's not too late. The Richards have shown through their conservation efforts and education of the local populace that it can be turned around. The lush and forested Sikh base stands as a symbol of the beauty of Kenya that can be again. Trees are being planted. Widows are learning to grow food for their families and for market. Local school children are camping and taking nature trails, learning about the delicate balance between plants, animals, and humans, and how these relationships affect their quality of life.
The wilds and the nature points to God. Plants and animals and the soil and the air and sunlight and all these things which God created. And if we don't know that, we sort of dismiss God from our picture as well altogether.
SEEK has a beautiful property along the shores of Lake Victoria, with a group of cabins for students and trail attendees and a main house for staff. But there is a parcel of land that needs to be purchased in the middle. It's the desire of Mission Wild to purchase this land and connect the two sections of property for it to become the Don and Nancy Richards Wildlife Conservancy. This will make the work of the ministry more self-sustaining, bringing income through international tourism and education trails. Current needs are for funds to purchase the land, to pay salaries of local staff, and for spreading awareness. And research is being put into the possibility of a media project, such as a film or series based on the life and work of Don and Nancy. Please visit missionwild.org for ways that you can help make an impact in Africa.